Honestly, this video has been asked for so many times and I just have not had the time to film it, but here it is. Hello everyone, welcome back to my corner of the internet. My name is Cait and today we are finally going to talk about my journal planner setup. This is something that so many of you have asked me about on this channel, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, all that kind of thing. So we are going to talk through it because I submitted my dissertation yesterday. Woohoo, very exciting. But I will also be starting my PhD really soon. So I have had a plan for how I want my journals to look going into this next sort of phase of my life. And obviously I planned it out because I am a planner and that's just who I am. So I thought we would talk about how I'm going to set up my journals and my planners and everything for the new year, plus a little unboxing because I got a very exciting package from Paper Republic. So let's dive in. I just want to show you what my current, I've got so many things open in front of me. Before I kick off, I just want to show you what my current planners are and how they're set up. So at the moment I have 3 Paper Republic planners and journals here. So the first one that I have, which was the first Paper Republic that I ever got, and I've had this for over a year now. This is the Grand Voyager XL in the chestnut color with a green ribbon. This has kind of been my all-in-one planner, journal, all kinds of things. At the moment, what I have in here are 2 books, as you can see. This one is my current journal and the book behind it is my social media planning book, as well as kind of like my scripts and things like that. This is going to be the journal that's going to change in structure the most going forward. The second one I got, I think, was actually this one. This is my A4 custom-made Atelier Paper Republic journal. This is the trifold portfolio, so it opens up like this. This I primarily use for university notes and things like this. This is probably going to be the one that has the most adjustments to it as I go into the PhD. This is kind of going to be my daily PhD folder. I have a very specific plan for this, and it's also, at the moment, it's a bit thin because it used to hold the notebook that had all my dissertation notes in it and also all my drafts of my dissertation, which I have now taken out and put into my storage cabinet behind me. The last journal planner that I have is this pocket, sort of A6-ish size Paper Republic with the Accepted Society embossing on it, which I just absolutely love. This is in the red color. I don't think I mentioned this is in the cognac color. And this is kind of my all-encompassing planner. I have 3 notebooks in here at the moment. This first one is my planner diary. So this is where I keep track of all my appointments, my meetings, things like that. And it's just a really great place for me to keep track across all of my different calendars. The second notebook in here is kind of like a junk notebook. but it's no, junk notebook's not right. It's more where I keep all of my lists and where I can just put in random notes as I'm kind of going along. It's where I will keep, it's where I will keep lists of tasks and things like that. And the notebook at the back here is more a commonplace notebook where I just put in random thoughts as they kind of crop into my head. I don't think that I'm actually going to change anything in this notebook. The one notebook that is a bit annoying is this, I think it's a Midori MD notebook. This is actually a 6 notebook, I believe, and you can see it's slightly too big for the pocket. But I really like the paper in it, and I'm not about to switch it out. But I do think this still looks fine, even though she is chunky. So I don't think I'm going to change much in this. I'm going to keep the planner in there, obviously, because this is really, really great to just throw into my bag, carry around with me wherever I go, and to have my calendar, notes, everything sort of with me as I'm kind of going through things. So now let's get into the changes that I want to make to these notebooks. I'm going to just switch up the position of the camera. Let's start with my A4 portfolio. As I mentioned before, this is something that I worked with the Atelier service Paper Republic to pull together. This is in the Cognac color. It has been well bashed around, as you can see, and it's got this beautiful blue stitching on the side here with a brown ribbon around the front. I've got these 2 charms on there, as you can see. These are from an Etsy seller here in Ireland. This is a little Regency portrait, which is super duper cute, and then a little gold snake, because this kind of relates to the feminine iconography that formulates a part of my research. So got those 2 charms on here. I'm going to keep them on there because they kind of talk to my research, sort of the early modern side of that aspect and the feminine iconography side of it. So if we dive into this, the way that I am going to have this set up is very similar in structure to the way that I had it set up in the past. Just move this candle over here. So as you can see here, I've got a bunch of sort of pockets. I keep notes as well as these clear sort of post-it notes, which are really, really great if you are writing notes on books that you don't want to keep the notes on, essentially. I hope that makes sense. So essentially, if you're borrowing a book and you want to write some notes on the pages, you can write this note onto the clear post-it and then have that. I've also got my original card from when they made when they made this portfolio. I like to keep that in here, as well as this really cute note, to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make everyone else to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting, which is really, really cute, and I love to keep that in there as a little reminder. I also have 2 cards or notes in here. This congratulations card is from a friend of mine, Christy, who did this beautiful card for me when I got into my PhD, and I just love to keep it close by as a little memorandum. And then this is a little note from my husband and the dogs while I was doing my dissertation, so I like to keep that in here. So the way that I have this set up at the moment is I've got this academic planner that I made for myself on Canva, and it's essentially just got these monthly views. So it's got a monthly planner here, which you probably won't be able to see because it's upside down. This monthly planner has kind of focuses, visions, goals, appointments, birthdays, and then it's kind of got the full month view on it. I like to have this academically, especially because I like to keep track of deadlines, classes, all that kind of thing. I just really like having a monthly view. So I am trialing this sort of monthly planner out, but I'll also be trialing a couple of other planners, which I will show you in a second. But I just like to have this monthly view as an A4. That is just something that I've always really liked from when I was in school. So I think I might just keep this. And then in the back here, I just have this paper folder. This is what I kept my draft of my dissertation in, and what I will keep the draft of my PhD thesis in, or any other papers that I collect throughout the time. There's also a pocket in the back here, but I haven't really found a use for that as of yet. So the thing that I want to put in here now is these Moleskine notebooks. These are called the student journals, and they just look really, really cool. So I ordered these a while ago, and I wanted to put one in here for my PhD notes. So let's open them up and put one of them in here. Oops, making a mess. Right. Oh, they're actually quite like floppy. I quite like that. Okay, so these are the notebooks. From the outset, the paper feels quite thin. So I'm not really sure if it's fountain pen friendly, because I am a big fountain pen girly, but they look really, really nice. Oh, and they've also got little pockets in the back here with some stickers. Oh, that's really cool. I think this is where this goes, I believe. And there are a couple of other stickers in here. So that is really, really cool. I'm really happy with these. Oh, there's more stickers. More of those. Oh, cool. Little tabs. Oh, and just quality control. Oh, great. Okay. These are very cool. These are like little tabs for the pages. So I'm going to put those, I'm going to put one aside. I'm obviously going to keep one. They came in a pack of two. So I'm going to put one in here. Let's find the middle. Here. The one thing I really like about these is how flat they lay. So that is going to be my PhD notebook, or the first PhD notebook that I pulled together. And that is my A4 all set up for my PhD. So I'm going to put that aside. The next one that I'm going to be changing a fair bit is my Grand Voyager XL. As I mentioned, this is the first Paper Republic that I ever bought. well over a year ago, and I have loved their stuff, obviously. And this is really important because this is where my new Paper Republic is going to come into play. So let me unbox this with you. Okay, so I have just unboxed my newest Paper Republic, which is the trifold, the A5 trifold, part of the new release, and Paper Republic kindly sent this to me as a gift along with all of these notebooks. So I had not anticipated pulling all of this together, but I am going to, what I've kind of decided to do with this is to make this Grand Voyager XL as my journal, something that's going to stay at home, not get used that much, and is going to hold kind of my daily journal thoughts in here. Then this is going to become my ultimate planner with all of my various planner bits in. So let's set it up together. So firstly, what I'm going to do, it's so beautiful, look at the stitching on this. I am absolutely obsessed, and I just love the trifold size as well. I mean, the trifold design, and yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed. Okay, so first things first, this my good old faithful Grand Voyager. I think I'm going to keep my little card holder in here, and I'm going to take out this notebook that I had in here. This is actually a notebook that I had from before, and it's technically an A5 size notebook, but I don't know if anyone else kind of gets this feeling, but whenever I'm like writing in a notebook, there's always just something that maybe doesn't sit well with me. And I think for me, the problem that I have with this notebook is actually the spaces for the lines in this one. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one for now, but I am going to keep the card holder in here, and I'm going to take out this notebook, which is, as I mentioned before, this has all my social media ideas. This is just a beautiful A5, again, notebook from Oxford. So this is going to go into the new planner. What I have decided to put in here as my journal is the 2026 daily planner. This is part of Paper Republic's planner collection, but I believe this is a new edition. So this daily planner is meant to be a planner, but I just absolutely love the fact that this planner, even though it's dated, has these dotted lines. I mean, I love a dotted notebook. So I think this is going to be my journal for the new year. So I'm going to be putting this in here as kind of my journal for the rest for 2026. I think to finish up the year, I'll use this one. So I'll put this one back in. And then I will keep the 2026 one for 2026. But just to show you what that would look like, take this out. I'm going to keep the card holder in here, as I said, because I like having little trinkets and bits and bobs. So let me just find the middle of this. And that fits perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So that is going to be my journal for 2026. And I love it. I love that it fits. I think it needs a little bit of adjustment. Maybe the card holder needs to go to the back. Need to think about that, but I really love that. I just love the way that that looks, and yeah, that is perfect. So that's going to be my journal for 2026, and I will also just replace my other journal in there. Let's set her up together. So there's a couple of things that I want to put in here. I do have my Paper Republic 2025 planner. This is just a weekly planner, a bit like this, and even though I have a planner in here, I do want to finish this up. So I think I am going to pop this in here. As I mentioned before, I also want to put in my Oxford notebook for my social media. And then the other kind of productivity planner that I have been testing, these are the Creators Friends Fast Brain Friend productivity planners. These are really fun. So these are undated, and essentially I'm kind of trialing this versus the monthly planner that I have in my A4, and they also have like weekly overviews and then daily spreads. I need to kind of play around with this. I'm not sure if it's really for me, because the great thing about this is that it's meant to be for sort of ADHD friendly brain, where you need things to change up every so often. And I'm finding it really great because I feel like I can make it very much my own kind of planner. And I do like the idea of having like a weekly view as well as kind of like a weekly spread here. I'm testing it. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put my social media journal, and then I'm going to put this planner in there, which I've just kind of been using for like meeting notes and things like that going forward. But I would also like to have, I suppose, like a commonplace book, a book where I could put random notes and things like that. And I do have this ruled notebook from Paper Republic. This is one that I bought with my own money, but they actually did send me another one, which is lovely, along with a dotted one, which I love the dots. I love the dotted notebook. The other notebook that they sent me is the weekly planner and notes for 2026. So I cannot wait to put this in the new year. I'm going to keep that with me. So I think I'm going to do my weekly plan, my yearly planner, my 2025 yearly planner, my Oxford notebook for my social media, my fast sort of brain planner. I think this is actually more going to be like a commonplace or like a random junk notebook. And then the ruled notebook, I think I'm actually going to be using for my personal curriculum. I will talk about this in another video, but I am planning on self-teaching myself some things as I kind of go into my PhD. So let's put all of these together. It does come with a plain paper notebook, The pages, or the paper quality of Paper Republic notebooks are just fantastic. The thing that you can have is up to 6 notebooks in this planner, which is just amazing. I'm only going to have 4, but I'm really excited to see this come together. So let's put my planner in first. Let's put my social media planner. That, and it fits so beautifully. Let's put my junk journal planner in there. And then I think I'm going to put my curriculum book in here. Then close. Oh my goodness me, that looks so beautiful. And then close it up like that. Okay, I love that. That fits beautifully. I love this kind of trifold design. I just think it looks so amazing. This doesn't even feel like too fat. I can technically put another 2 notebooks in here, but I'm just loving that. So that's really great. I'm very happy with that. All right, so those are all of my journals that I have. My journals, my planners, everything thrown into one. It seems like a lot, but this system really, really works for me. They all have a particular purpose, as we've kind of talked through, and I am just so grateful to work with Paper Republic, for them to have sent me all of these beautiful journals and notebooks, and this in particular, their new trifold journal, which is just so beautiful. I am absolutely obsessed. This is so gorgeous. It is the chestnut color with the cognac on the inside, and yeah, I feel really lucky to have found such a great brand and to continue to work with them. I do have a discount code that you can use. It's not an affiliate, there's nothing like that. It's just if you are looking to trial Paper Republic, there is a 30% discount code that you can use, and that I will leave in the description box below. Please note that it is only available for bundles. So if you want to get started on a Paper Republic journal, my recommendation would be to start with the Grand Voyager XL. This was the one that I started with, and it developed from my everything notebook until I formulated the system that I have today. And now I kind of feel well prepared to take on my PhD, which is crazy to think. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.